Okay, Lila, am I hallucinating? Or did we just walk into the secret love child of Heathrow Terminal 5 and Tony Stark's basement? All this for a car park? Next, you'll tell me there's a Ferrari-only yoga class in the back.
No hallucinations, Finn. Just London real estate dreams, billionaire edition. The only thing doing yoga back here is my sanity, stretching to keep up with how many cameras there are. Seriously, who knew a car park could have more screens than a multiplex? If Beckham ever learns to parallel park, we need to preserve it in the time capsule, next to things like affordable rent and available taxis after midnight. Ooh, and apparently we're on podcast duty, so get your radio voice ready. Finn time to broadcast to more people than actually listen to late night jazz.
Right, legendary debut. Welcome to Smoke and Mirrors, where even the time capsule is probably on a wait list and valet parking is an Olympic sport. At this point, I half expect James Bond to swing by, asking if we've seen his invisible Aston Martin.
Don't joke. Last week they found Danny DeVito hiding in the EV charging zone. If Bond shows up, point him to the Manchester United parking area and tell him to wait like the rest of London's A-listers. Hey, want to take turns inventing wild stories for the time capsule? Or will you break the universe by actually reporting what's on camera for? Spoiler, it's a pigeon.
I'm absolutely putting intelligent crime-fighting pigeon in the time capsule. Future generations need to know how London really kept safe at night. Also, Lila, if I disappear, tell the world I went out doing what I love, pressing mysterious buttons in rooms way fancier than my flat.
Deal. And if I vanish, just make sure nobody finds my snack drawer. So, Finn, you up for a night shift guarding the Mona Lisa of car parks, or are you still looking to join that Ferrari yoga class? Because honestly, the parking cones have better balance than me. Honestly, Finn, I knew this place was big, but I didn't expect it to be bigger than your ego after winning pub trivia.
Oi, talk about ego. You're the one who tried to high-five a Bentley just now. I'm still waiting for you to apologize to the paint job.
Excuse you, I was merely introducing myself. All these cars and no valet, you'd think this was Buckingham Palace's garage.
Yeah, but at least at the palace you don't need GPS just to find the toilets. I swear I saw a kid on a scooter 2 levels ago. He's still circling.
Bet he finds the staff lounge before we do. And that's saying something. I thought you had all the answers.
Hey, my sense of direction is a finely tuned instrument. Unfortunately, it thinks we're in Narnia right now.
At least we're not alone. You, me, and £1 million worth of cars that are all silently judging our shoe choices.
Speak for yourself. My trainers have more charisma than half these supercars. Also, is it just me, or did that Aston Martin wink at you?
Hard not to, when I'm standing next to a guy auditioning for Fast and Confused, Underground Drifter.
All right, next month is going to be wild. But tonight, let's just promise not to get locked in the CKTV room. Again, even if it is the only place that still has decent snacks.
Deal. But if we get lost, I'm blaming you, your trainers, and that emotionally needy Aston Martin. Here's to not setting off any alarms, yet. Look at this place. I feel like I'm about to live stream the world's most boring zoo. Welcome to Sec TV land, where the only wild animals are people who park like toddlers with sugar rushes.
Hey, be careful. Those toddlers could outpark half the drivers here. Plus, I called dibs on that chair with the lumbar support. My spine's got more S's in it than a fake Gucci bag.
You with lumbar support? Please, you could nap on a pile of rocks and still snore through a fire alarm. Here, help me test these mics. If we're running this floor, everyone should enjoy our dulcet tones, or at least our ill-advised karaoke attempts.
Testing. Let's see if the Bugatti guys can handle Spice Girls at max volume. Or should we save that for night shifts when the ghosts come out? You know, all those haunted Porsches.
Ooh, haunted Porsches. You mean the ones that turn on their alarms every 10 minutes just for attention? Absolute drama queens, Finn. Now, which camera angle says Dictator's headquarters best for my Instagram story?
Pick the one where you're dramatically spinning in the chair. Nothing says total power like looking dizzy on the job. And hey, if you upload that now, her can start questioning our sanity before we even clock in.
That's the plan. Honestly, Finn, if we mess something up, at least we'll have Seek2V footage to replay and roast ourselves later. Who needs Netflix when you've got this content, right?
Exactly. Season 1, The Grand Errors. Tonight's pilot. Why did Lila set off the fire alarm with her hair straightener? You bring chaos, I'll bring popcorn, and tomorrow we'll bring the A game. Well, maybe B+.
You know, Finn, I've seen more organized chaos in a toddler's art class than I have on this desk right now. You call this emergency biscuit preparedness, or are you auditioning for Bake Off, Apocalypse Edition?
Lila, please. If the Queen herself got locked in here, she'd thank me for the bourbon creams and ask for my autograph. Besides, your color-coded sticky notes look like you're planning to invade France via post-it war.
Look, some of us need organization to stave off existential dread. Also, if you keep trying to steal the swivel chair, I'm glue tacking it to the floor and naming it Finn's Throne of Regret.
Fine, but then I claim the best monitor. You know, the one that makes the West Side ramp look like a scene from a low-budget spy film. That's where real action will be. Mission Impossible, car park drift.
Oh, please. That section's so slow, even the pigeons power walk it on their lunch break. We should call it the Retirement Zone, sponsored by Prune Juice and Patience.
Meanwhile, whoever designed the East exit clearly took inspiration from Mario Kart. I nearly got whiplash watching camera 12. Should we keep a leaderboard for the world's slowest reverse parkers?
Absolutely. Loser has to try that mystery soup in the staff kitchen. I peeked in there, and I'm still convinced it moved on its own. Maybe it'll eat your biscuits if you're not careful.
Perfect. My snacks and the soup can stage a culinary battle. Winner gets custody of the swivel chair. Loser has to clean whatever's lurking behind camera 8. You up for it, General Lila?
Bring it on, Biscuit King. But after we finish stickering the mug cupboard, priority 1. If you can't find your tea in an emergency, you're not fit for surveillance duty. That's Seeks TV 101.
Roger that, Commander. But if any mugs mysteriously gain googly eyes or start live streaming, I know who to blame. Now pass me that label maker before you turn it into Fort Post-it.
Honestly, Finn, if you say the greatest country in the world one more time, I'm going to ask Har for diplomatic immunity. Or at least noise-canceling earplugs shaped like tiny Union Jacks.
Oh, come on, Lila. You know deep down you love it. Look at this place. It's got more cameras than a royal baby's christening. If Me6 ever wants a new headquarters, I'm giving tours.
Except I don't think Me6 ever had to climb 6 flights of stairs just to find the break room. Seriously, who designs a car park that's also an Olympic obstacle course? I almost needed a Sherpa between the West Wing and the canteen.
That's the grand for you. It's like if the Crystal Maze and IKEA had a baby, and that baby loved Range Rovers. Now, which glass lift do you want? Scenic View or Express Regret?
Scenic View, please. If I'm getting lost, I might as well enjoy the sights. Did you see the cars on level 3? I swear, one of them winked at me. If I disappear, tell everyone I ran off with a Bentley.
Deal. I'll just say you eloped with the Phantom. Honestly, who needs a honeymoon in Paris when you've got a staff room that serves tea strong enough to dissolve concrete? Cheers to us, Leela.
Cheers, Finn. If we survive this month without accidentally setting off the fire alarm or hosting a drag race in the corridors, I'll put in a good word for you next time they're hiring for Prime Minister. Someone's got to make these hallways great again.
Perfect. And if you ever do run away with a Bentley, at least take me with you. At my speed, I'll need an electric scooter just to keep up with your caffeine intake and your sarcasm.
Only you could get this worked up over a parking garage, Finn. Seriously, I've seen you less excited at cake shops.
Hey, you ever seen a cake shop with this many security cameras? This is the Grand London Car Park. Leela, it's basically the Buckingham Palace of parking, minus the corgis, unless you count those Rover SUVs.
Honestly, if these security rooms had a throne, you'd already be halfway to crowning yourself king of the monitors. Your Majesty, may I offer you a Diet Coke from the break room fridge?
Only if you bow first and make sure it's chilled. Nothing but the best for the custodian of the nation's dashboards. Now, check out that observation walkway. You ever see more beautifully aligned bumpers in your life?
Honestly, it's majestic. I feel like I should salute every time we pass the Jaguar row, or at least do an awkward curtsy. Pretty sure one of those Teslas just winked at me.
It's all part of the magic. Where else can you get lost in a corridor, wind up at a velvet rope staff lounge, and come out caffeinated with only minor existential dread?
Now, if only I can find the secret vault containing the decent Wi-Fi, my happiness will finally reach Finn level.
Careful. Aim for Finn level, but don't overshoot. That's how you end up taking selfies in the restroom with a traffic cone as your crown. Believe me, I have the evidence, somewhere on one of these cameras.